doing a video on Jack Bruce, his horoscope, and his chart. Taking a look at his chart. He's a sun in Taurus, moon in Virgo, and the ascendant Capricorn. So that's a grand trine right there, grand Earth trine. He presents, I think he looks very earthy. He's kind of short and stocky, and he looks like a Taurus to me, which is where his sun is. His moon is in Virgo. It's up on the midheaven. He has Jupiter in Cancer in the 7th house, and he has a huge 7th house. He has it's intercepted. There's Cancer and Leo on his 7th house. So he has Jupiter in Cancer, and he has Pluto in Leo, making him an extraordinarily intense, passionate entertainer. And the North Node, which he lived out his destiny, entertaining people, and felt compelled, I think, to entertain and have partnerships of self-expression. I mean, he brought self-expression to a whole other dimension with his bass playing, and Chiron is there as well in Leo. So he was, I think, meant to be an entertainer. The moon in Virgo on the midheaven, that's his work. So he really enjoyed his work. He has Venus in the work house in the house of Virgo, in the 6th house. So he enjoyed his work as an entertainer, but he worked very, very hard with all the earth signs. I mean, he just steadfastly stayed at it, with the Capricorn ascendant. One of the prime markers for being a very strong musician for me is Mars and Pisces in the 2nd house of Taurus, which is ruled by Venus. So he has Mars there, so it made him extremely passionate about his musical career, which drove him to the top. He also has Neptune up on his midheaven, 29 degrees in between Virgo and Libra. Technically, it's in Virgo, I believe. Yes. Is Scorpio on the midheaven. No planets there, but it's on the angle, so that colors his career. Scorpion. A lot of women are attracted to bass players, that's for sure. And so it just made him very passionate about his career and his assets, joint finances and everything. He made a ton of money. He was in several super groups. So he just had a lot in Gemini. His 2 most prominent houses are Gemini in the 4th and 5th houses, and Leo and Cancer in the 7th house. So he had a huge 7th house, and so he had a lot of partnerships and a lot of dynamics going on. So he had fiery relationships with Leo there, and a lot of self-expression, passionate self-expression, because Pluto rules Scorpio on the midheaven. That could have been part of the conflict with Ginger Baker, but I don't think it was coming from him. But those two did not get along, and Eric Clapton had to mediate between the two to get them back together for their last appearance at the Royal Albert Hall before Jack Bruce passed away. So with Jupiter in Cancer, though, in his 7th house as well, it just makes him very lucky with relationships, and gives him, wherever Jupiter is, it expands, so it gives him extreme sensitivity, intuition, which I think he used in his music as well as his relationships. I bet he was just a really, really nice guy. So Uranus, I'm going back to his Gemini house. He has Saturn. Saturn just made him persevere in communication. Oh, and it's in the 5th house. So he has Saturn in Leo's house, but it's in Gemini. So he communicates. He works very, very hard to communicate with his self-expression, which he did through his beautiful singing voice, and his he played bass in 2 supergroups. So also in Gemini he has Mercury, which rules Gemini, and he has Uranus, which is very innovative and eccentric, and they're both air signs. I mean, Gemini's an air sign, Mercury's the ruler, and Uranus is the ruler of Aquarius. So he was just very, very innovative with his playing. He brought it to a whole different level, experimental level. And the sun, the sun was in Taurus. But the sun and Uranus are both in the 4th house. But the sun is in Taurus. It's 22 degrees. So his fire, he does come across Scorpion, because he has Pluto and Leo. That's a very intense personality to deal with. So he presented that on stage. He just showed his passion, scorpionic passion, on stage as an entertainer, living out his North Node, which was in fire as well, and Chiron. So that was his destiny, which he's fortunate enough to have lived out in this lifetime, which is wonderful. In air, he has, that's all the Gemini stuff. He had Mercury, the ruler of Gemini, Saturn, that made him work very hard in communication, and Uranus, that made him experimental, innovative. He's a master at communicating through his guitar. Yes, Gemini. Let's see. In Earth, he has the ascendant. He looks earthy to me. He has the sun. Oh, I'm sorry, his ascendant was in Capricorn. His sun was in Taurus. His moon in Virgo. So that's a trine. And Neptune as well is in Virgo. So really earthy guy, which brought a lot of practicality. He probably brought a lot of practicality to the group, trying to keep them together, you know. Yeah, it's good to have a lot of earth. It really balances things out. Somebody needs to be practical when you're a musician, right? The water, though, brought an enormous sensitivity and depth, especially he had Venus and Jupiter. And, Venus was in his workhouse. He did what he loved. And Jupiter in his 7th house, Cancer, so that just gave him, made him very intuitive and sensitive in all his relationships, and intuitive musically. The midheaven too, they're talking about Scorpio on his midheaven, so that colored him Scorpio. And to have the ruler of Scorpio in Leo, the entertainment sector, which is huge in his 7th house of partnerships. He played that out very well. And Mars. Mars is one of the prime significators for me. It's Mars in Pisces in the 2nd house of values. And he may have valued materialism as well, because has so much earth, but definitely valued music and was passionate about his music. So just wanted to pay tribute to Jack Bruce, fabulous musician. So my favorite song again is Politician. His bass playing is phenomenal on Politician, and I think that song in itself shows to what level he brought stage play. Okay, that's enough on Jack Bruce. Thank you for listening. Bye.